Guys, we need to talk about transmissions in our 2.7s. Specifically, those of you who have a 2018 through 2023-ish. Out on a little errand, so you're just gonna get me talking a little bit. I may flip you guys around a little bit. Look, just out for a normal drive. I've got a very important topic I need to talk to you guys about. I've seen this come up a little bit in my channel's comments, and it's turned up on several Facebook forum posts where people are concerned about the longevity of their 8-speed transmission behind their 2.7 liter inline 4-cylinder. It's not a 6-cylinder or an 8-cylinder, and I sympathize with that. I certainly don't want to replace the transmission. The cost to do that out of pocket is very expensive if you don't have a warranty. But there's two pieces of information that you need to know as an owner of one of these 8-speeds that you just need to really understand that this is going to help the longevity of your transmission, okay? First one is that you need to understand what the service interval of your transmission is. This is not a 100,000 mile or a lifetime sealed, no service transmission. This transmission needs service at no later than 45,000 miles. That's the longest interval you need to go. If you're beyond 45,000 miles, you are sitting on a ticking time bomb, my friend. So, if you just bought a pickup truck with a 2.7 used and it's got over 45,000 miles, check and see if you can find the service records that the transmission fluid's been changed. If it has not, please make the choice to make the fluid change. If you're running about 35,000 miles on your truck, I would seriously urge you to start considering going ahead and changing your fluid. This is really applicable, from what I understand, even through the current 8-speeds that are being put into the trucks in 2025. So if you get 35,000 miles, you need to start thinking about making an appointment to get your transmission fluid changed. The second thing is, a lot of folks know that these transmissions are kind of persnickety. Whenever you first start them up, it takes them a little while to warm up. They shift funky for the first little bit until the transmission's warm, and this transmission really likes to run at like 180 degrees all the time. So your transmission needs to be warm. So what I'm trying to say is, please lovingly warm up on this thing. Warm it up. Let it warm up a little bit before you go beating on it too much. You know, I tow heavy with my truck. I use this truck probably outside of how it's intended, but I use this truck, and please just know that if you don't let the transmission warm up, you're going to get some wonky shifts, especially first thing in the morning, especially whenever it's really cold. It's not so much of an issue whenever it's in the summer, but sometimes you're going to get a wonky shift, especially down low. It's like the 1-2 or the 2-3, I can't ever remember. Those feel pretty sticky. Now, the next thing that you really need to know, first things, of course, do your maintenance. Second thing is let the transmission warm up. Just please let it warm up. You know, go through the gears, just take care of it. The third thing, and this is the most important, this is really the meat of this video, is at some point in the recent past, Chevrolet changed the formulation of the transmission, the ATF fluid in the 8-speed transmission. Mobil 1 manufactures or markets that transmission fluid. It's real easy, it's real clear. If you buy the Mobil 1 transmission fluid, I'll put a picture right over here of what you're looking for. You're getting the updated fluid. That's really important to understand, because you need to have the updated fluid in this truck, in your transmission. The old formula, it was not right. GM knows it's not right. That's why they changed the formulation. Hey guys, it's Editing Germ, editing this video, and I've got a couple little, not corrections, but additions. The old formulation, from what I've been able to gather and do additional little bit of research instead of just the on-the-fly video. What I found was the old formulation tended to absorb moisture. The new formulation, this Mobil 1 LVHP, I think is what it's called, it does not, or absorbs much less moisture or something along those lines. So that's what's going on. Back to the video. So what I'm going to highly recommend to do is to please change your fluid to this new Mobil 1 fluid. I'm going to drop some Amazon affiliate links down below where you can purchase this ATF fluid. I highly recommend that you do it. Please change your fluid. On the forum, there's been many reports on the forums. There's multiple Facebook groups you can go to where people have had, they have literally replaced the transmission because of hard shifts and wonky shifts, that sort of thing, thinking the transmission's on its way out. When in reality, a lot of folks who are changing the fluid, it's taking care of everything. They change the fluid and that resolves the issue. So please, if you're close to 45,000 miles, if you haven't changed the fluid before, please go ahead and change the fluid to this new Mobil 1 formulation. I'm sure that the formulation at the GM dealerships have the new formula as well, but for especially us DIY crew, we are going to need to make sure we're not putting the old formula in these transmissions. So what we're going to do is I've already got my transmission filter, I've already got my transmission pan gasket. I'm going to replace the transmission fluid in my truck myself. I had the dealership do it the first time. I'm going to do it myself this next time. And what I'm going to do is ensure that the new formulation gets inside of my truck. So we'll do that, do a little video on this channel, try to do it kind of a tutorial-ish style. I'm trying to experiment with better ways to do that, other than just, let you watch me for 30 minutes roll around on my belly like I've done in some past videos. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to change it. I am not going to do a flush. What I'm going to do is probably get about, I think it's 8 or 13 quarts. Anyway, I'll put the number in here. I'm driving right now. I'm trying to multitask and get to the house safely. But we'll do that here on this channel. What I'm going to do is drop the pan, change the filter, change the gasket, make sure the pan is clean, and once all that's clean, put that all back together. I'm going to refill the truck, take it on about a 10-15 minute drive, make sure the fluid's good and circulated in there. I'm going to bring it back home, I'm going to drain the fluid out of it again, and then we're going to put the fluid back in it. We're going to do it another 10-15 minute run, bring it back, do it one last time, siphon it out of the transmission pan. And after we do that cycle about 3 times, replace about 4 quarts each time, we are probably going to have 100% fluid change, or really close to it, not enough to matter. I need to make sure that gets done relatively soon because we still got towing season coming up with our giant Silver Lake East to West that will be towed this year with Silva the Silverado, mighty 2.7 liter, who has 69,689 miles on it right now. And yes, we are going to still pull the 9,200 pound beast with this truck. So there you go. Please, for the sake of your transmission, make sure you're doing your maintenance. Make sure you're letting the transmission warm up before you beat on it. Make sure that you have the right fluid in your transmission. Those 3 things, I think, are essential to the longevity of this transmission. So it's kind of a PSA, get the right fluid in these transmissions. There is one last little thing to know once you do a fluid change. I read on the forums that GM says to give 200 miles break-in of the new fluid. So once we do the change, we're going to give it about 200 miles, see if we get them buttery smooth shifts again. Silva does pretty good. Sometimes she has that wonky shift as well. So we're going to get that old fluid out. We're going to get the new fluid in, and we're going to be happy. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all have an excellent day. If you have any questions or feedback, maybe you've got the new fluid in your truck and you've got feedback, let me know down in the comments below. I'd really like to hear from you guys. So thank you all so much. Y'all have a great day.